G'day guys, hope you're all well. In this video, I'm going to show you how we would normally take someone from being overweight all the way down to abs lean and what that looks like in the time frame. So obviously depending on how over fat you are or how much body fat that you're carrying, it's going to take different lengths of time to get to certain levels of leanness. Now within my program, I like to use a healthy waist target. And then we have set achievable targets that you can get to depending on how lean you want to get down to. So as an example, if a male is going from 30% body fat, our goal is to get them down to a healthy body fat. So let's say 20%, right? Once you're at 20%, you can start to break this down into chunks. So you can aim for 15%. Once you're at 15%, we can then aim for 10%. Usually you're adding about another 8% for women on the equivalent numbers. So the lower limit for women is probably about 17-18% body fat. And then you add roughly about 8 to 10% on top of that relative to men. Okay. So instead of just aiming for an arbitrary number, let's just say I want to lose 20 kilos or 40 pounds. You have no idea what that's going to look like at the end. Yes, you may have some idea because that's something, you may have been that weight previously at some point and you're like, well, that's just when I felt my best. But we want more tangible data, something that's an actual hard takeaway in terms of what is achievable and what's required from me to get to these specific numbers. So this is where I like to use a healthy waist target system, and this is what I use within my program. So I'm going to give you two examples and I'll try and expand on these a little bit more, but let's start with the male. So these are my typical details. So 180 centimeters, this is roughly where I am at the moment. So 180 centimeters, 38 years old, and about 73 kilos, right? Give or take a bit. Now, let's say hypothetically, my current waist is 95 centimeters. So if I'm above, and we're going to ignore the weight for a moment because it's not directly correlated, but let's just imagine my current waist is 95 centimeters. Now, my upper limit for me to be healthy and for me to be about 20% body fat is going to be a 90 centimeter waist, all right, which is 50% of your height as a male around your belly button. For women, it correlates to 47% of your height at your small waist. So just above the hips, just below the ribs. Now, this is a minimum requirement. This is like if you're currently a smoker, going from being a smoker to a non-smoker. This is your obligation. This is where you have to get to. Not just, I want to lose a few kilos and then stop. No, you need to get to this number. This is my job. My job is to get you healthy. If you will hire me as a coach, this is the number we're aiming for. And we're going to do everything it takes, as long as it takes, just to get you down to that number. All right. So if I'm a male and I'm from 95 centimeters in my waist and I need to get down to 90, on average, most people can usually lose in the range of about a half a centimeter to a centimeter per week, ish, somewhere around that range, right? So I want to go from 95 to 90. So let's say I've stuck to my diet perfectly and it's taken me 5 weeks. I lost a centimeter per week. Congratulations. I am now at a healthy body fat percentage. Now, aesthetically, I'm probably not as lean as I would like to be. I would like a bit of ab definition. You know, I've got a holiday coming up, for example, or a vacation if you're in the States. How long is it going to take me? Now, if we're using our system, so you've got your healthy waist target of 90, this is about 20% body fat as a male. All right. If I get down to 80, which is probably my low limit, this is going to be very close to about 10 to 12% body fat as a male. All right. If you're somewhere in between, you can probably guess you're going to be close to about 15% body fat. Now, how long you diet for and how fast you go through this process is going to depend on your starting point. So, if you're, and I'll use a female as an example just because I've got a starting point of 100. If you're, let's say you're 100 centimeter waist and your goal is 73, there is no diet breaks, there is no nothing. We diet straight through until we get you down to this number. All right, we're just going to push it hard. We're going to, if we can, we're going to rapid fat loss it off. We're going to do whatever we can to stick to the calories for long enough just to get you to healthy. That's priority one. Now, the higher this number, the more likely we're going to take a diet break when we get to this number, which basically means if you're dieting any longer than 12 to 20 weeks and you go from here to here, once you achieve this number, we're going to have a break at 2 weeks at maintenance. Now, slightly different story for a male. So if I'm already fairly close to here, and let's say it only takes me 5 weeks to go from here to here, I wouldn't be implementing any diet breaks until you've completed at least a good 8 to 12 weeks of dieting. So just a really good chunk of fat loss, right? Now that might get you slightly below this number. So you might end up at, let's say, halfway between these two numbers. Let's say you end up at like 87, right? Cool. It's probably a good place to take a diet break, have 2 weeks off, catch up with some friends, increase your carbs back up to, 150, 200 grams. Have a bit of time off dieting, right? Get a bit of diet fatigue. This is dependent on the person. Some people feel really good and they're in a good momentum and you don't want to stop that momentum. But more often than not, most people usually come to me much higher than this number. So they're usually closer to this. So this is how we break up the dieting into chunks. And this is how I like to do it if you don't have a time constraint. So unless you have a wedding coming up or a photo shoot or a very specific occasion where you want to be as lean as possible for, this is how a typical dieting phase would be structured. And I'll use the woman as an example just because we're starting with a higher number. So if you're going from 100, we want to take you from 100 down to 73 ASAP. You would then have a diet break. So this could take you anywhere from 73, 70, 80, 90, 100, 30 weeks up to 60 weeks. So this could be 6 months to a year of dieting, somewhere in that range. Okay. Once you're here, we're going to take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks off your diet. So diet break. Now, this is where the fun stuff happens. This is when the real definition really kicks in. What you're then going to do is you're going to push hard. So let's say you want to go for abs lean. You want to go for the bottom percentile, right? 61 centimeter waist. We're going to go from this number, 73.6, and then we're going to push down to 67.3. All right, you can round this off down to 67 if you like. You can round this off to 73.5 as an example. So we're going to push from this number to this number in one straight run. Now, the difference between these two numbers is 6 centimeters. So again, we work off the idea that we're aiming to lose anywhere from a half a centimeter to a centimeter per week. So this phase here of your diet is going to take anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks if we're doing it, if you're hitting your numbers perfectly, right? For a guy, it's exactly the same. So from 90 down to 85, this can take you anywhere from 5 to 10 weeks, depending on how strict you are, where your body decides to take fat from. But somewhere in that range is usually when you're going to hit this number, right? When you hit this number, you're then going to take another diet break. Right? Your diet break is going to last for a minimum 2 weeks, minimum, no less. And your carbs have to be high. You have to be hitting at least 150 plus grams of carbs a day. You still want to be active. You still want to train. You still want to get your steps up. Everything remains the same, except your calories come up. Now, just keep in mind, you may gain a little bit of weight and you may gain a little bit of glycogen, replenishment, storage. Your weight and measurements may go up slightly, but this has nothing to do with body fat. This is just more of you're going from a dehydrated state in a deficit to a rehydrated state, okay? The only time you gain fat is you start eating above your maintenance calories. Now, this here, this middle number for men and women, this is a good maximum. I recommend most people never go back above, all right? So for a male, that's about 15%. For women, it's about 25%, somewhere around there, right? This is your new max. From now on, if your waist starts to go back above this, do a 1 to 2 week diet cleanup, right? Get back into a deficit. Now, this is where I would say most people should probably stay at most of the year round or slightly lower, okay? Now, let's say you're like, I want to go for the full run. I want abs lean on the beach or as close to as possible. while still being healthy. To go from here to here, so 85 down to 80, you can expect another 5 to 10 weeks of dieting. Possibly longer, just because as you get leaner, you have to work a bit harder. But the same thing for women, so this is another 6 centimeter drop. So you're looking at potentially another 6 to 12-ish weeks of dieting to get down to this number. All right. Yes, calories may have to go lower. You have to increase steps. You just may have to eat less and move more to get there. But once you are there, you do get to go back to maintenance calories. And it really won't be far off what your maintenance number is here. It might be 100-ish, maybe 200 calorie difference. Now, the difference at the very end of your diet versus your diet breaks. Now, once you achieve this number, or very close to, technically anything below this upper limit is okay, you're healthy. But let's say you want to go for aesthetics and you want to be as lean as you can. Once you get to this number, I would recommend, not so much for physiological purposes, but I would probably recommend some form of a diet reverse. So a reverse diet, if people like to call it. Now, you don't need to increase 50 calories a day and diet for another 20 weeks, right? You can probably increase your calories at the rate of about 200 calories, maybe 300 calories per week, until you're back at your new estimated maintenance. Now, why do I recommend that? Mostly psychological reasons compared to physiological. So your body will adapt pretty quickly to the calorie increase, especially if your activity is remaining the same. So the reason I like to do it is because once you get there, if you've been eating low calories for a long time, yes, your digestion can be a little bit off. So just increasing calories more slowly can help with the digestion aspect. And also, people psychologically, when they're really lean, when you eat more food, you get bloated really quickly. So people freak out that they're getting a bit of weight gain. So it's just, in my opinion, it's usually easier to just phase it out over the course of just 2 weeks. So let's say your maintenance calories for a woman is 1600 and you've been on 1000 calories a day. I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying as an example. You're going to go from 1000 calories a day to 1300, and then you're going to stay there for about a week. And then after that week, you're going to increase to 1600, and then you're back at maintenance. Okay? This is the important part. You're then going to consistently track your calories and your weight and your measurements for at least the next 4 to 6 weeks. All right? If you see there's a trend going up slightly over time, so you should gain a little bit of fat and weight back, that is normal. But if it consistently keeps going up each week or each month, you're eating too much. Whether you like it or not, whether the calculator tells you that this is your maintenance, if you are gaining weight over time, all right, you are eating too much. So what do? Do a quick 2-week diet cleanup. You can get rid of that fat pretty quickly. You now know that your maintenance is not 1600, it in fact is 1500. And then you go back to 1500 and you sit there for a while. The idea of the maintenance phase is, especially if you're weight training, is to keep getting stronger over time. And this is where the lean bulk potentially can enter the program. You would lean bulk your way over the course of the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, however long. All right. If over the course of the year you end up back at this number, you've just gotten a bit too fat, time to get back into it, all right? And it's much easier to go from this number to this number than it is from this number to this number. And this applies for men as well, all right? And that's pretty much it. That's how I would usually phase it. So our job is to get you from unhealthy to healthy, priority 1. If that's taking you about 12 weeks or longer, you're going to take a diet break, right? Once you're here, you do these in runs. So again, 5 to 10 weeks of dieting, have a break. 5 to 10 weeks of dieting again, have a break. And even if you don't get there in that time span, you could potentially have another break and then just do one more push towards the end. And that is it. And that's how I would do my physique dieting approach for most clients, to take them from obese to abs lean in less than a year. For most people, it's probably less than 6 months. Any questions? Pop them in the comments below. And if you found this video informative or helpful, please share it to a friend who needs help. And that is all. Alright guys, see you in the next video.